We are joined by fan of the program, fan of the show, Christine.
Hey,
Over on
gentlemen, how
Sports
are you
Radio.
this evening?
Doing great. How are you?
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. My voice isn't quite back yet. I went a little nuts at Springsteen last Thursday. If I would have knew I could call in, I would have called you from the concert.
Oh, there we go. How was the Springsteen concert? How was Bruce sounding these days?
I was in the front row to the right side of the stage, and I'll say, with the exception of when I saw him in '88 for the first time, this was one for the books. It was phenomenal.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Not a lot of chatter, just song after song after song after. It was incredible. It was just, I was in another realm. It was amazing.
How did you get into watching us? Are you into cards? What are you buying? Are you buying and selling cards? Like let everybody know like your journey in sports cards.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I started collecting when I was 5, so I've been collecting for 46 years. That makes me 31, if you do the math correctly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
You get
but
carded out there.
recently, I had an accident in my home and I lost every sports card I ever collected. So I really am starting from the ground up. I took it hard, but just have to start over. Yeah, that
And so
one hurt.
how are you starting over? Like where are you starting? Like are you modern cards? Are you dipping out
No,
into vintage card? Like what's your strategy?
vintage, vintage,
You,
vintage hockey, vintage baseball, vintage football. I'll say
and then
from 78 to 85.
you gonna collect these cards? You're gonna flip them? Like what's your plan with these cards?
I plan to get my inventory up and go to a show and just try my luck there. Some I will keep, uh, some are sentimental, but I'm just trying to start over. And I sell a Macari and I do well on there. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I started following these guys. In 2020, I started collecting cards again, and I didn't realize other people were. And I was out of the game for a while. And I saw this guy on YouTube. I'm just going to say what I got to say. His name was Geoff Wilson. And on Macari, I made 16 stacks, quote unquote. I lost 6 stacks on his advice.
Mm.
Go ahead.
16,000?
Yes.
$16,000 on Jeff Wilson's advice?
No, I made 16 on my own, lost 6 on his advice.
What was it about? What advice did you take from him that didn't work out?
Investing in the cards he said to invest in.
And this was when was this? Like 2020 or 2021 or when
I'm
when
going to say
things were big?
2021 for sure. 2021, I took a beating. And then I invested the other 10 into my inventory, which was gone in the accident. So now I'm literally starting from the ground up. And I was so upset about it. I was telling other people in the who collect, like, just locally, and nobody said anything. And I was fuming about it. So I called them and left them a message. I wish I would have recorded it.
You called
I
Jeff?
gave my Yes, I gave my name, my address, what I look like, told them to come to my home. I wanted to talk to it face to face because I believe and that's how you should approach someone. And told him that it was illegal what he did, and that I called my state senator.
Wow.
And I lost a lot, and I was fuming. And then I just happened to see a heading that said something about Geoff Wilson being a crook, and that's how I started watching news guys. I just started reaching out recently because I was nervous to do it, but and that's how I became a fan of your show.
Wow. So you took some advice from Jeff Wilson,
Yes,
lost several $1,000s.
yes,
You ended up contacting your state senator. You even
yes,
contacted Jeff Wilson himself
yes.
and provided your out. Did you ever hear from Jeff Wilson? Did he ever
Never.
reach out to you? He never none of his representatives ever reached out to
No,
you?
no email, no text, nothing. I even posed as a business who wanted him to come there. He still wouldn't reach out.
Are you still trying to recover financially from that, or are you fully back? And obviously you were at a Springsteen
There's
concert
no
last night.
recovering from that now. There's no recovering. because I
Wow.
lost 46 years worth of cards.
Wow.
So there's really no recovering from that. There's just going forward and doing the best you can.
What would you say to Geoff, right? If maybe he's watching, what would you say to Geoff if you could talk to him?
Am I allowed to say what I want on here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please. You just let it go. Yeah, we just let it go.
First, I slap him in the face with a flip flop right at a show on camera, and I call him a bitch. I tell him that what he did was illegal, and if he had any balls, he would apologize for it, and at least reach out to people who have the balls to call him. And there's a saying, balls, said the queen. If I had him, I'd be king. I'm very upset about it, and I would give him peace in my mind. He doesn't scare me. His lackeys don't scare me. I don't care if people make fun of the way I look or the way I don't care about any of that. I'm 51. I'm too old for that shit.
31.
But I would.
31.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, mine's 20. My arithmetic's a little crazy because I'm getting worked up.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell him exactly how I felt, but I want to slap him with a flip flop on camera at a card show. I'll slap the shit out of anybody who comes near me too, because I think what's going on is terrible. You took advantage of someone who thought you knew what you were talking about. And when I lost the 6, I was like, he's calling his friends. They're buying all these cards and they're dumping them. No way can a $500 card go to $4 the next week unless that's what was happening. I have a lot of street smarts and book smarts, and it did take me long to figure. I mean, it took 6,000 to figure it out, but I can admit when I made a mistake, and I made a mistake. I trusted the wrong person because I just didn't know what I didn't know, and now I do, and I want other people, to be aware. Buyer beware. He was lying by omission. He failed to say he doesn't know a fucking thing about fucking sports cards. Should have had that in his warning and his description. So these modern cards that pay 25,000. I mean, just you could keep them. Half these, I'll say, 3 guys from this class may be good. Maybe in the next 5 year of classes, there's a Hall of Famer. It's hard to say. I don't speculate. I buy Hall of Famers and I buy vintage because it can't go down. They're already in the Hall of Fame. Gretzky's the greatest. I mean, to me, that's a safer investment than modern. I have no use for modern cards because, number one, too expensive. If I'm going to spend that money, I'll just buy particular cards. And I lost all my 2015-16 Upper Deck Young Guns cards. They're all gone. McDavid's gone. Austin Matthews.
How do you normally buy these cards? Are you buying them at auction? Are you buying packs? Are you buying how do you acquire some of the vintage cards that you're buying today?
I do a lot of research, and I'll scour the internet for hours to see what to look for, to tell a real from a fake. And then sometimes I'll do an auction. Sometimes I'll build rapport with the person and buy lots and keep buying if the cards come as the way they're titled. Oh, shout out to people on eBay. Pay attention to this. When you put in your description, near mint, mint, or better, look at the card before you send it out. Put it in the light. See how the surface is. See how the corners are. I'm sick of that. I'm buying crap, and I got to keep returning it. Pay attention to what you're doing. Show some pride in yourself. Sorry about that.
Are you grading these? Are you taking these cards and then going to grade them, or are you just taking them and selling them?
Well, the ones I was going to grade got destroyed. So if I can't afford like an expensive hockey set, I'll buy the stickers, and I'll get those graded. Like I have like 15 Luke Robitaille rookie stickers. I just have Roenick. I got like 20 rookies in the Panini 90-91 stickers. Some cards I buy, I pick them out. Some I'll get graded, see what the grade is, and keep them. Or some I'll sell them, put them on Macari, put them up for auction, and just go from there. I go to shows. I don't care for them, but I do go. Excuse me, gentlemen.
What shows? What shows are you going to? What show are you going to set up at when you take your inventory and you're going to try to sell? What show are you going to go to?
Well, I live in Niagara Falls, New York. So Western New York mostly has shows in Buffalo, and they have a few frequently every month. But I need a knee replacement, so I'm going through the steps to get that done at the moment. Plus, I have to build my inventory up. I don't want to go there with like 10 cards, but
Sure.
I followed your advice about was it Malibu sports cards? What they do with the dollar cards and the $5 cards?
Burbank.
Was that the
Burbank.
Burbank? Thank you. And I started following that advice from you guys. So I started buying lots. I started putting them in order, write my inventory down, and I'll pick one out. I just can't do it right now. I don't have enough to go.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sorry if I'm being a downer.
No, we're the channel of downers for the sports card world. I mean, the sports card, like you said, you gave a perfect example that Geoff Wilson hyped this industry, and you lost $6,000. So
yes,
to
I
the
did.
tune of $6,000 for Geoff Wilson. But we really appreciate you calling in. Anything else you want to say to the sports card world? Anything else you want to say to Geoff? What anything else you want to say to the Legion?
It's pretty low class when you throw money and cards in people's faces when your wife earned it and you didn't. I believe in being an independent woman and going out on my own and doing what I need to, not depending on others. And I think that's low class, if you want my honest opinion about it. And I'm very upset about it.
Well, we appreciate the honesty, and anything you need help with in your collecting journey, you know how to get a hold of us. I've been in Vegas all week, so sometimes
nice.
My response time is a little lacking, but
hold on. You know, that reminds me of something. I have a bone to pick with you guys, okay?
Please.
2 weeks ago, invites were going out left and right about when you sell and come to Vegas and you're naming people. I didn't get named once. I didn't get invited to any parties, to any special part, nothing. I got invited to nothing. Everybody got invited but me.
You will always be on the Sports Card Radio A-list. Like, you can just walk right up to the front. I mean, that's a given in the sports card world. If you are female, you can just walk right up to the front of the line and just get ushered right in. And no need to wait in line. No need to see if your name's on a list. It's already on the list. That's forever in the history of Sports Card Radio. So, and now you've popped your cherry on the call-ins, and you talk shit on Geoff Wilson, and so we sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I was so nervous to come on here. I've never done this before, so you gave me the encouragement and the positivity that I could do anything. So I can do this. I just need to work at it and just do my best. Thank you so much for everything, gentlemen. I truly am grateful and appreciative of everything you've done for me. I really, truly am. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That really means a lot. That really means a lot. Christine, thank you so much. Hit us up, especially about the low end cards, because I know Colin's been working on that, and so we can give you some tips there. And
okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. Here's something. How do I hang up?
Well, I'll get you. Thanks, Christine.
For coming on. Get it. Okay. I slap Geoff Wilson with a flip flop. You know that's going to make it to the Clips channel.